Hey, hello. Um, this is O'Neill, and this is a video for demo demonstration of the Lateral Gardens application. So this is a smart home energy monitoring platform built on Odoo 19. It connects to important smart energy monitors installed in customers' homes, pulled every 2 minutes, and use machine learning to detect equipment failures before they become expensive problems for the customers. So let's go through the application and check what we got here. So here when we enter to the application, we have some options. We have the first option in the nav bar is properties, then new property, anomalies, all devices, analytics, and configurations. So here in the first view of properties, um, we have what we call the home. Every home we monitor is a property. So here you can see all properties organized by monitoring state. Um, the states are new, calibrating, and active. A property starts as new, then spends 30 days in calibration while the system learns its energy patterns, then move to active where full anomaly detection runs continuously. So here we have a device that we had already calibrate. For the demo, we had to do it manually, so because we can't wait 30 days for the machine learning. So you can see this is the 4709 some hill, and the customer is Anil, like that. This it is me. So it has 14 devices associated and 2 red alerts. So if we go into this device, I mean to this property, um, we have some information. We have the customer details, billing configuration, real time outdoor weather data that fits the rules engine, and the full list of monitor devices and alerts here. Notice the system status updates automatically based on open anomalies. We have 4 currently, and we're gonna get details forward. Um, so first, let's go through the onboarding process. So if I click here on new property, um, this is the wizard that's gonna be used by the technicians that install the imported hardware at the customer homes. They use this wizard to enter the customer address, billing details, and then drop the imported device ID printed in the physical panel monitor. So for this case, I'm gonna use one of the devices that we have available for our tours. That is the 7140 George. So I'm gonna first pick the customer. For this case, I'm gonna choose Javier. So then the property name, I'm gonna set the name as the 7140 George. And then we're gonna associate the device. So we go here on discover device discovery, and then we enter the device ID. But first, before we continue, we need to set up the zip code for the area so we can get the telemetry for the temperature over there. So let's put 07503. So then after we place the device ID, we click here on discover circuits, and it will pull up all the information all devices um, by calling the import API, and it will pull every circuit from that panel: AC unit, furnace, refrigerators, pool, all of them. The technician should select the device type from the drop down here on this side, depending on the device type. So the AC, for the AC, we have the HVAC. So we need to keep putting the device type information. For those devices like dryer and oven, as we don't have that device on our rules, we had to set up them as other, because we're gonna get them telemetry, but they're not gonna trigger any kind of alert. So the only ones that we are going to trigger are the ones that we have, like HVAC, refrigerator, circuits. Um, so let's keep going. For the smart outlet, we don't have any rule neither, or AV charger or battery. So currently we just have rules for HVAC, for furnace, refrigerator, circuit, and that's all. So after that, after we choose all device types, we had to click on clean. So the the advantage or the benefit by selecting device type is that you're not guessing, so there's no manual data entry, no guesswork. So after we click the claim, we had this alert here. It shows that it was claimed successful, and the calibration can start. So the devices under our partner account um, starts the calibration 30 days. I mean, they start the 30 days calibration. So we had to then click on Upper Property. It will redirect to the property. So as you can see, we have already some telemetry data running already, as it is set up to run the job every 2 minutes. So the next menu we have here is the anomalies, and we have two options here. We have active and history. So first, let's go to active, and here you will see there are 4 alerts, and this is where the intelligent live. Right now, as I mentioned, we have 4 open alerts across the 4709 Summerhill property. We have 2 reds and 2 yellows. The system detects all this automatically without any manual inspection. So if I click on the first one, the first red alert, the HVAC O2, we have some details over here. This red alert is a short cycling on the AC unit. You can have some description here. So the system detects 5 on off, on and off transitions within a 20 minutes window. Well above the 4 cycle threshold. This is a classic symptom of capacitor failure or a safety trick. A field service work order was created here. You can see the activities. So it was created automatically and is linked right here in the chapter. So if I click here on the activity, it will redirect me to the task that was created for the service. So it says field service, and you can add some descriptions, some settings, and mark the task as complete and all that. So let's go back to the anomalies. So the second red alert is on the furnace number one with outdoor temperature at 28 Fahrenheit degrees. So it should be running long cycles. Instead, we are seeing 3 heat calls under 4 minutes each, a strong indicator of high limit switch trip or airflow block. Again, a field service order here is automatically generate for each batch. If I click here, you can see the field service task. So currently we have 3 tasks here. There are 3 tasks that were created. They that has the status none. So they needs to be still need some work here to complete this part. But there you will see the activities and the tasks related to that. So then we have the yellow alerts. The first one is for the refrigerator. We have the refrigerator duty cycle overwork, the compressor on 95% of the last 60 minutes. Possible door seal fail or refrigerant leak. So we have again the task is here also, and you see also the activity. You can click anywhere here or over there, and you will see the task relate to this. You can see the information. So then the last one, it's related to the bar fridge, and it's drawing 40 milliwatts above its calibration standby floor. So you can see here in the description, what we call a standby creep, a small number today, but it's a reliable early indicator of a failing compressor, a star relay. Caching it now means a 15 part instead of $15 part instead of 1600 compressor replacement. So it's a good alert, this one. If we go, then we have also the tasks related to this. So let's go back to the activities. So we have the history, but right now we don't have any activity complete. So I can, let's say I have this one, I can acknowledge this alert, and if the service is complete, then I can click here um, the resolve button. So as you can see, the resolve status change. So now if we go here to history, you will see now the activity here, and it's not anymore under the tasks that are opened. So if I click here and I go to task, you will see here the activity like changes. So if I go here and I see who did and who changed the status and everything. So let's continue now to all devices. Here in all devices, you will see all devices that we have attached. And here is a complete device registry for this property. Well, for the two properties that we have currently. Um, so each device has its type, live power rating here on the last two columns, and cycle state. If it's running, if it's idle, if it's off, if it's also we have the column for the connected. It shows if the device is connected. If this checkbox is off, I mean, if it's not checked, the device is not connected. So if I click also on the device, you will see the history, the telemetry of this device. You will see the running cycles and the anomalies related to this device. Also, if after 30 days of calibration, an individual machine learning model is trained for each device using um, some learning isolation forest algorithms. So the model captures what normal looks like for the specific unit in that specific home, and any significant derivation triggers an alert. And so also we have the configurations here. So I was mentioning we have two options here in configurations. We have settings and rule configurations. So on settings, the administrator configured the Empori API credentials. And here in control the pulling schedule. The system pulls every 2 minutes by default, and it's fully adjustable. You can change it like 2 hours, days, weeks, months. You can enable, disable, run it now if you wanna get like a right now telemetry. And also, if we go here to rule configurations, here you can add new rules, and you will see all rules enable, disable, the fields. For example, if I click here on new, you will see name, enable, severity override. You can choose the color of the alert. You can add some nodes. You can add the primary threshold, secondary, and the evaluation window on minutes, and the minimum sample. So if you want to save, you save here. Or if you want to this call, you can just go back here and click on the X icon. So every detention rule is configurable without touching the code. You can tune the decay performance, I mean the decay percentage for HVAC terminals, and the minimum cycle duration for overheat. The duty cycle limits for the refrigerators, all from this table. Rules can be enabled or disabled individually, and severity can be overridden, and each device can carry on thresholds to account for other equipment or non-standard installations. So to finalize, we have the analytics. Here you can see some data with graphics that you can take decisions. You can choose the measure and see all data related to this. You can choose the type of graphic if you want to see it cumulative, ascending, And you can choose also the power fluctuations, running cycles. Here you can choose the weather, thermal slope, temp bracket, runtime, peak power, outdoor temperature. You see here the devices and which one is heater. Average power. So you have all the analytics here. Also, you can have the anomalies trends, so you can see the count of each rule, which one has been called or more. We have at this moment one of each. So that's all. If you have any question, just let us know if you want to change anything.